everyone, it's Gerald Ballantyne and we're on video 87. You incompetent fool. Yep, you are. You're an incompetent fool. Now, you can take that as an insult or you can take it as a compliment. Let's split that, shall we? Incompetent, okay. Nothing wrong with that word whatsoever, okay. It means that there is an issue, okay. But the second part of that word, fool, is now going too far. The word incompetent is actually a very, very nice word, and I'm going to explain it using the wiki. Let me just find it here. Not having or showing the necessary skills to do something successfully. So if someone says to you you're incompetent, they're right. And you would agree with that because you don't know something or you don't have the skills. Let's go through a little bit through here what it says here on Wiki. Unskillful, unskilled, inexpert, amateurish, unprofessional, and inept. Okay, there's nothing wrong with those words because let's take an example, shall we? Let's use the car. Let's use the car. If you can't drive a car, I would say you're incompetent, and I would be right, and you would agree with me because you do not know how to drive a car, right? Now, you're going to get into that car with your instructor, and you are going to start your driving lessons. By the way, you're also doing your swatting on your book on how to drive, the road rules. And you're in the car and the instructor's telling you to check your brakes, check your lights, put your seatbelt on, and look left, look right, look in your rear mirrors and check if all the controls are working and everything else, blah, blah. Would you say that after that first driving lesson you're incompetent? Well, you would be, because you're not fully skilled at driving that car yet, but you're getting there. So on lesson 2, you've now gone through the car and you've driven down the road, you've done reverse parking, and you know what to do at a T-junction, okay? So that's great. So now your incompetency is now getting better, okay? So let's go to lesson 9 out of number 10. You are now in the car. Driver says just points you to go west, whatever, and gives you on the instructions while he's checking things on his little pad and everything else, and you're doing everything right, etc. And you get back home, and it's happy dory, and you feel good. And the instructor doesn't say anything. You feel good. You've looked, you've checked your book, and it's all working very well. You are really now becoming competent at driving that car. But the test is going to happen the next day. Lesson number 10, your driving test. The instructor is not going to tell you too much. She's just going to tell you what to do, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to go up the motorway and do all sorts of things there. And you're going to go on roundabouts and you're going to do everything you're supposed to do in a car. He takes you back home. And you sit in the car, then he asks you a few questions, and you answer them 100% correctly, done your eye test and everything else, and he says, well done, you've passed. You are now a competent person to drive a car. Okay? So being called incompetent is meaning, like I said, lacking, inexpert, unskilled, all the good words. Okay, I say good words because the human being has turned incompetent into a bit of a, I'm going to say, I'm not swearing, but as a bastard word. They've taken it so to make you feel terrible, inefficient, bad, ineffective, and all sorts of other negative words. Okay, so anybody calls you a fool or any of the negative words, really all you have to do is turn around to them and say, well, could you teach me? Because I am incompetent. But you can say it now because now you understand what being incompetent is. And you also now know what being competent is. Okay. Now I've brought this up quite simply because as far as network marketing, MLM, and people coming online to create a business are incompetent. Completely lacking in all the skills in areas of creating a successful online business. Okay. And I would have no issue about, well, I would have an issue, but, or I would say the opposition would have an issue if I told them, look, you're incompetent. Okay, and you need training. But when it falls on the ears, the word incompetent has a negative effect, and it's almost as if it's been accepted as an insult. If you're dealing with me and I tell you you're incompetent, please know that I'm telling you you are incompetent at working at Facebook ads, okay, or knowing how to market on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, I am only telling you that I want to make you competent to be able to do those things. Okay, or if you don't know how to do something on your computer, you're incompetent because you don't understand the workings of the computer, and you need help to make you competent. Okay, so just a little. I'm dragging my video here. Just a little thing there that if people were to admit that they are incompetent in skills, it's not necessarily always just one thing, because one thing is shared with another to make everything complete. Okay, so if people were to say, look, I'm incompetent in advertising, for example, could be any kind of area, then I would say to you, right, well, where would you like to start? Quite simple. All right. And if somebody tells me I'm incompetent, I'll have to ask them, why am I incompetent? You'll have to explain, because maybe I need some teaching in that area or something. Okay. So, but you can always tell if you're face to face with somebody whether they're insulting you or want to help you. If you put it on text on the internet, in a message or an email or something like that, there is the danger of it becoming back to your eyes, your ears, as an extreme insult. And it's not. It's a lovely word, and there's nothing wrong with the word. Okay? So I just want to throw that one in there. Short video for tonight. So if you need any help because you're incompetent in some areas, I'll surely help you. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.